but we stand around fighting over memories of the promised land. It's so hard to tell if this is heaven or hell, and I can only measure by degrees. But it's sure getting warm around here in times like these. Times like these, do I really need a billionaire who gets off every morning trying to tell me how he's treated unfair? Then I have to pay as the rest of the day we get divided into them and the we's. Oh, I find I'm losing my mind in times like these. Yeah, they come and they go, they're here then they're not. Every day I'm getting sick of losing something that I haven't got. I'm gonna try to run until the whole thing's done, and I just hope I don't end up on my knees. But Lord, it's getting harder to stand in times like these. Like these, I wish I had a place to hide. Instead of coming all together, we're just adding to the great divide. I hope and I pray nearly every day I can somehow get my troubles some ease. But I gotta say it ain't looking good, not in times like these. Yeah, they come and they go, they're cold and they're hot. I'm just trying to keep the world from changing me to something I'm not. Well, I want to do my labor, hold my girl and help my neighbor, have a little hope for my dreams. Is that too much to ask in times like these? Yeah, I just want to do my labor, help the world and love my neighbor while I keep it on my joie de vivre. But it sure feels hard, darling, in times like these. I could use just a little bit of help in times like these. Hey there, everybody. I am Carll. And this is Adam Landry, and welcome to episode 51 of Alone Together Tuesdays. 51 times we have been alone on Tuesday. Which, before I did this show, Monday was my number one alone night, historically. But Tuesday has really rocketed into the lead. Anyway, I'm very happy to be here, and this is the last Tuesday of the month, which means it's an all-request show. So everything we play tonight is by request, and yeah, I think that's all there is to say. So let's get right to it. I've got all the requests typed out here, and our first one comes from Maria DeRocher. She says, "Hi Hayes, I would like to request, if I may be so bold, for my husband Eddie, since April 22nd was his birthday. That is the song I normally catch him singing around the house." Catch him like he did something wrong. Eddie introduced me to your music. We've watched every Alone Together Tuesday together, and there's no one on the planet I'd rather be quarantined with. Well, thank you, Maria, and happy birthday, Eddie. This is for you. It's no eternal mystery, you don't need a hard-earned clue why some men do their damnedest when half a damn would do. There's a lifetime in the distance, and it's filled with love and gold, and I will find it yet, if I may be so bold. Yeah, some men do the conqueror, and some men do the wheel, and some will do most anything to hide the way they feel. And some like giving orders, and some like to be told. But I will make my way if I may be so bold. Bold enough to make a difference, bold enough to say I care, bold enough to keep on trying even when the will's not there. There's a whole world out there waiting, full of stories to be told, and I heed the call and tell them all if I may be so bold. The boys were emptying their glasses as the true believers will, with what I guess these days passes for a good time or a thrill. And they're trying hard to convince you, but I don't believe your soul, so I'm gonna step right up if I may be so bold. Bold enough to make a difference, bold enough to give a damn, bold enough to keep on trying, and I'm gonna stay right where I am. There's a whole world out there waiting, full of dreams that can't be sold, and I heed the call and live them all if I may be so bold. Hey! Well, I have stumbled around these country towns and swallowed up the sea. I've wrestled with the question of just who I aim to be. I've been dealt hands I had to laugh at, and some hands I'd love to fold, but I'll play them all if I may be so bold. Bold enough to not surrender, bold enough to give a damn, bold enough to keep on moving or to stay right where I am. There's a whole world out there waiting, full of stories to be told, and I heed the call and tell them all if I may be so bold. Yeah, I tell them all if I may be so bold. Mr. Breeze. All right, we are off and jogging. I was really hoping to land the first song, but I screwed it up. But that's okay. We have a full refund policy here. If you're not happy, I will give you your money back. All right, let's see what's next here. We had that one. Okay. We have Susan Ramirez requests Hide Me Babe. A longtime fan and admirer of the Country Strong soundtrack and Hayes Carll songs in particular, this song is reminding me to let go of the hardships and hard feelings experienced during the past 14 months of lockdown, wildfires, and ice storms. Fear and anxiety took hold, and I found myself worried about things beyond my control. I watched the isolation affect people I care about, who now continue to recover from that isolation. I hope Oregon music venues will reopen in full capacity and we can raise a glass and make a toast to the songwriters, artists, musicians, and fans who rely on music from cradle to grave to inspire, to celebrate, and to comfort. Thank you, Hayes, for making Alone Together Tuesdays a place where music continues to reach fans and touch our hearts and spirits. The Alone Together Tuesday family appreciates you. Well, thank you, Susan. That was very sweet, and I appreciate you. I feel like that should be an intro at my shows, like have somebody read a part of that. And then let's see, Frank Phillips has also requested this song. He said, "Hey Hayes," no, I'm sorry, he did not request this song. Just Susan. So I got confused. Okay, all right, Susan, this is for you. Let's see, Kitty. After all these years of running around, of flying high and of falling down, well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. Darling, don't you cry tonight. The moon is full and the world is right. I've loved more than my share. I took the pain and I called it fair. So I'm gonna lay down all my fears, my highway shoes and my rambling tears. They can shout it down the line. I can't lose what was not mine. Raise my glass and I'll make a toast. We're better than some, little harder than most. We left a mark on every town. We chased a dream and we stood our ground. But I can't do those things no more, not the way I done before. The same winds that brought me through can take me back the same way too. After all these years of running round, of flying high and falling down, well, the time has come at last to rest my heart and to ease my past. I'm gonna leave these blues behind for some other fool to find. He won't care and I don't mind. Hide me, babe, hide me, babe. All right, next up, we have a popular request, Girl Downtown. First to request it is Frank Phillips Jr., who I'm very grateful for. He's a most excellent patron on Patreon. He says, "Hey Hayes, I would like to request a Girl Downtown and dedicate it to my wife Elaine and her best friend Kay. They are also known as the Fun Girls from Mount Pilot." That's like a band name or a TV show. When they get together, they love to drink wine and always ask me to play that song for them after they've had a few glasses of wine and dance. I always gladly play it for the Fun Girls. They will be watching Tuesday, and so will I. Thanks, Frank from Memphis. Well, thank you, Frank. I appreciate everything you do, and I'd be happy to send this out to the Fun Girls. But I also got to send it out to Sarah Patlin Rouse. She says, "My daughter Josie turned 10 on the 17th, and this is her favorite song of yours. We were supposed to see you play in Missoula, Montana last year. She was disappointed that didn't happen. We can't wait till you make it back this way." Eric Driscoll, thank you, Sarah, and I hope to be back this summer. I'll be back in Montana this summer. Eric Driscoll requests Girl Downtown for my buddies Ruby Johnson and Christy Stanley. It always makes us get up and dance. I didn't know this was such a toe tapper, this song. Curtis Weaver says, "Hadn't heard Girl Downtown on Alone Together Tuesday yet. Can you please play it?" Yes, to everybody. Thank you all for the requests. I appreciate it. And as soon as I find a guitar pick in my pocket, I will do that. All right. Well, there's a girl downtown with freckles on her nose, pencils in her pockets, and a ketchup on her clothes. She's a real nice girl. She's pretty as a plate, and the boys call her Katie when they ask her on a date. And who knows, Katie, maybe you could be the one. Well, there's a boy outside, standing in the rain. Hands are in his pockets, he's wondering why he came. He's a real nice boy, he's slower than the fall, and the girls call him Billy, if they're calling him at all. And who knows, Billy, maybe you could be the one. Oh, but hearts don't fly, words they don't sing, and boys like you can't buy no ring. Love's not stuck, it just moves slow. You turn around a minute and away we go. Billy walked inside, he ordered up a drink. He started getting nervous and wondered what she'd think. She thought he looked nice, a little rough around the seams, but just the kind of boy who could listen to her dreams. And who knows, Katie, maybe he could be the one. Yeah. Well, they stepped outside, they took a little walk. Katie held his hand, and Billy even talked. They sat by the pond, they didn't make a sound. That night fell easy as the moon came down. And who knows, baby, maybe we could be the one. Ah, but hearts don't fly, words they don't sing, and boys like you can't buy no ring. Love's not stuck, it just moves slow. You turn around a minute and away we go. There's a girl downtown with freckles on her nose, pencils in her pockets, and a ketchup on her clothes. She's a real nice girl, she's pretty as a plate, and the boys call her Katie when they ask her on a date. And who knows, Katie, maybe you could be the one. Yeah, who knows, Katie, maybe you could be the one. Ah, who knows, baby, maybe we could be the one. All right, thank you everybody for requesting that one. That song gives me hope, not because of the song itself, but the crowd it tends to attract. Because it's the only song I have that children seem to be really drawn to, and you know, a good bulk of my audience is not, you know, they're getting up there, and so I worry about the long-term sort of sustainability of my career. So it's nice to see, like,
planting seeds.
Sarah, you know, has Josie, who's 10, who's going to be 10. That I've got a crop of fans coming up. And there's really only like 40 or 50 of them over the years that have been children. But anyway, it's something. It's better than nothing. Okay, let's see. Martin in Texas says, my husband and I would love to hear you play Jesus and Elvis. My husband's first cousin was killed in Afghanistan 14 years ago, taking a family's only son. Trey felt the need to enlist after September 11th. He was a wonderful person and is truly a hero. I think that song is so well written and would love for you to dedicate it to Trey Katowski. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry for your loss, and we'll absolutely dedicate this to Trey. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola built this joint in '67, and a boy went off to fight on Christmas Eve. In a war nobody won, she lost her only son. Now everything he loved is what you see. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. Lola told him Jesus loves a sinner, and his daddy told him the music saved his soul. Between the drunkards and the band, it's a fitting promised land for the King of Kings and the King of rock and roll. Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. All right. So if you need a shot of Dickel or redemption, where the Delta meets the Sea of Galilee, and get washed in the blood of the Mississippi mud, come on, you non-believers, and you'll see Jesus and Elvis, painted on velvet, hanging at the bar here every night. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. It's good to be back again. Oh, me and my old friends, beneath the neon cross and a string of Christmas lights. By and by, Lord, by and by, by and by, Lord, by and by. All right. That was for Trey Katowski. Thank you for your service. Trey, rest in peace. All right. We've got a lot of covers tonight that were requested. Not a lot, but we got 5 or 6. So we've got some Towns coming up, some Robert Earl Keen, some Johnny Cash, some Hank Williams, some cool stuff. So we'll get to that. And I'm not sure if I mentioned we are live at the Purple Building. That's Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee, where a lot of exciting stuff's been happening. Todd Snider just released his record this week, and it's a very funky, soulful affair. And I recommend you check it out if you're into that kind of thing. Music, cool music. If you're into cool music, this might be up your alley. All right, let's see what we got here. I would like to request "That's the Way Love Goes." Oh, you know what? This is a request that I usually do with my wife, and she's not here, but she will be probably with me next week. So I'm going to save this request for next week. Aaron Peterson. Let's see. Joyful Constance says, "Looking forward to the All Request show. I always love the song you wrote for Allison called Nunya." Well, thank you, Constance. Full disclosure, I wrote that song for Allison, with Allison, and with this guy, Adam Landry. He and I actually were writing it together. And then Allison came in and said, you guys need help. Here's what you should do. That's pretty much how it goes. Most days. But she was right, actually. Put the song together. So, here we go. I asked you where you'd been, you said none, yeah. None of your business, don't you ask no more. You said if you would do a better job of listening, then maybe you would understand why I'm at the door. You just had to paint the front porch ceiling turquoise. You said that's the way we do it in the South. You claimed it keeps out all the evil spirits. And sometimes I can't believe the words are coming out your mouth. But I try because I want to know your heart the best way that I can. For the laughter and the pain and sometimes just insane, girl, all I wanna do is be your man. Sometimes we'll pretend like we are strangers out there meeting up for the first time. And I'll be a doctor or a secret agent, just hoping that you'll laugh with me as I throw out my lines. Sorry, I was supposed to go there, wasn't I? Well, I'm trying to figure out if I can successfully blame that on you, but no, it's too late now.
It's always my fault.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good policy. I was really rolling along with that song until Adam screwed it up over here. I used to tell myself that I had it covered, that everything was where it needs to be. But then you showed up and you looked me over, and now I see, oh I see, and now I see, darling, I see. And so I try because I want to know your heart the best way that I can. For the laughter, for the pain, for the way you call my name, girl, all I wanna do is be your man. I asked you where you've been and you said none, yeah. None of your business, don't you ask no more. All right.
Yes.
Let's see. Rolling right along. This is always a long show. There's so many requests, so I'm gonna try and keep the stories to it somewhat minimum. I'm doing pretty good so far, but that's just, I'm having a harder time talking is the problem. Like, in my mind, things make sense, but by the time they get through my head and my face and they come out, they don't make sense.
Mm-mm.
What's that line? Todd's got his words were jumbled in his jaw. I can't remember what song that's from. Oh, it's Louie Louie.
Yep.
Which one of the guys in that band died last week. He didn't know the words to the song, but what he did, he got a jump on his jaw. Yeah, okay. What am I trying to say? See, there you go. That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna need a guide soon. Like, maybe that's what a tour manager is for, but I need a life manager. Like, somebody to swap me around and like help me finish my sentences.
A swami.
A swami. You could be a swami. You got that fez.
I do have the
Swamis
fez,
wear fezzes, don't they?
Yeah. Some sort of hat thing.
It's all about the hat. You know what? Let's do Jealous Moon. This is one that I do not play very often. And let's see, Buckeye Gal 333 requested. She said either Jealous Moon because I really like that one, or Things You Don't Want to Know. Because even though I heard Charlie Marr's version first, I love them both, and the story behind it is great. Okay, I didn't read the whole request. I just saw Jealous Moon. I didn't know there were 2 requests and a request for a story. That's a lot.
I mean, it's 2 songs and a story.
It's 2 songs and a story. It's like a happy meal of Hayes Carll Happy Meal. Let's see here. Yeah, I haven't done this one in a long time because there's a lot of lyrics and I never quite memorized them until recently. Oh, that's the wrong. Let me tune this out. All right. I feel like I was maybe a little out of tune. This is a song I wrote with J.D. Souther, who is in all the halls of fames. Rightfully so. Let's see. The moon is slowly rising. It's really not surprising after all. She's there most every night, smiling on the lovers, always shining on the others, and bathing in the sun's reflected light. But later on she'll fade away, hidden by the break of day that always comes too soon. Poor little thing, she's just a jealous moon. She plays above the water, watching sailors, tramps, and daughters live their lives and then slowly fade away. Night after night, year after year, the ones she knows will disappear into a world she never gets to stay. And she would give most anything to open up her heart and sing, but no one hears her tune. Poor little thing, she's just a jealous moon. No one ever asked her how she got so high, way up there forever in the lonely sky. She watches through the seas, hoping without reason that someday someone will call her home. But life goes on without her. No one ever asks about her or lets her know that she's not alone. And it breaks her heart that down below rivers run and flowers grow, but she can't feel them bloom. And poor little thing, she's just a jealous moon. nights are getting colder. The stars are growing bolder as they paint their final light across the sky. We're closer to the atmosphere. She prays for clouds to disappear so she can say goodnight and say goodbye. She never really goes away, just hidden by another day that always comes too soon. Poor little thing, she's just a jealous moon. Poor little thing, she's just a jealous moon. All right. I think that's a pretty song. I just never can remember the words to it.
Gorgeous.
Problematic. Okay. What's next? I hope y'all are doing okay, hanging with us on this all request episode of Alone Together Tuesdays. This is our 51st show. Next week, if my math is correct, that would be the 52nd show. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play my own favorite covers. I'm going to make it. I have this series called Songs I Love that I share with my Patreon folks. And I just pick a song that I love and I play it. And I think I'm going to make a whole show out of that next week. Just all the covers that I love. And then after that, we're going to start going through my records one at a time and doing that deal. I'm stealing all kinds of great ideas from here at the Purple Building in East Nashville. They got lots of a sharp crew over here. Don't let the weed smell fool you. It is they got it together. So I'm just borrowing what I can. Let's see. Milady07 on Instagram requests Beaumont because it's one of her favorites. Krista WOJCIECHOWICZ. Right? Yeah, we're looking at me like, come on, Hayes, it can't be that hard. But Krista is a regular fan and as opposed to like an abnormal fan. She's regularly attends the show and supports the shows. Hi, Hayes. I'm requesting Beaumont because it's forever my favorite and I haven't asked for it in a while. The lyrics speak to my sentimental side. I always say that we all have a Beaumont. It was that song that made me a fan. As always, thanks. Well, thank you, Krista W. And Andrea Brentz also requested it. She said, Beaumont, I still get the same feels within the first two measures of the song, Pure Bliss. That first strum of the guitar on that song gets me every time. It's music therapy at its finest for me. Love you, man. Well, thank you, Andrea and Krista and Milady07. I'm happy to play this for y'all. Let's see. What is that? I'm flat or something. I don't know what's going on. This guitar may need a new string or something. Here we go. I saw you leaning on a memory with your back turned to the crowd in that little bar on Murphy where they play guitar too loud. And there were people drinking whiskey and there were hearts about to leave. It was cold as hell for Houston. It was almost New Year's Eve. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. All the night was feeling lucky So I asked you to dance, and the way you looked up at me made me think I had a chance. And when I put my arms around you, I knew you weren't giving in. And I hope it will be different if I pass this way again. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. Well, I walked the road to get here with a guitar in a case, and I'd have stopped in Pasadena if I'd have known about this place. But you looked like forever where the water meets the shore. I've been thinking about you, baby. I can't do that anymore. I saw you leaning on a memory with your back turned to the crowd in that little bar on Murphy where they play guitar too loud. But there were people drinking whiskey and there were hearts about to leave. It was cold as hell for Houston. It was almost New Year's Eve. All the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I cannot wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. Yeah, all the way from Beaumont with a white rose in my hand. I could not wait forever, babe. I hope you'll understand. All right. I was talking about Girl Downtown has drawn a lot of kids to my fan base. That song has drawn a lot of alcoholics. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's probably a lot of everybody. There just happens to be a lot of heavy drinkers out there. All right. Let's see. Brendan Connor says, I would love to hear your cover of Magnolia Wind. Love your music and guys. Well, thank you, Brendan. This is a Guy Clark song. And yesterday, I watched, or 2 days ago, I watched the Guy Clark, or the documentary, kind of, I don't even know what you call it. It's a documentary, but it's sort of like, well, it's a documentary. I don't know, I'm trying to find another word for documentary. It's about Guy Clark, Susanna Clark, his wife, and Townes Van Zandt. And I guess Susanna's voice and her letters they're read by Sissy Spacek. And it just knocked me out. It floored me. I was familiar with Guy, and I knew a lot of the story. I've written with Guy, but I just gave me really great appreciation of what these people live their lives around art. You know, sometimes to their detriment as people, but particularly Townes and Susanna, it sounds like. But man, what the legacy they left and the commitment to it was incredible. So anyway, it was really, I highly recommend it. I'm not sure if I don't know what's going to happen. It only showed 6 times, and then something's got to happen with it because it's amazing, but I'm not sure what. So sorry to tease that and tell you how great it is, and then there's no way to watch it, but I think there will be at some point. It's called Without Getting Killed or Caught. And I had a funny story about meeting Susanna. I only met Susanna one time, but I went over to Guy's to write, and I needed to use the restroom, so I went upstairs, and I opened the door, and Susanna's in the kitchen in her nightgown with this tray of taquitos that she was about to put in the oven. And I guess she didn't know I was there because she screamed and threw the tray of taquitos up in the air, and they went all over the kitchen. And I didn't know she was there, so when she screamed, I screamed. Because I'm cool under pressure like that. I screamed, and we just started. It was like a sitcom, like one of those wacky rom-com things. Except anyway, it was we calmed down. I explained what I was doing there, and that I was not a burglar, and we picked up the taquitos and put them in the oven and talked a little bit. But anyway, that's the one time I met Susanna Clark. I surprised her, and she threw a tray of taquitos in the air. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. This is a guy, and I believe Sean Camp wrote this song. It's one of my favorites. I'd rather sleep in a box like a bum on the street than a fine feather bed without your little old cold feet. And I'd rather be deaf, all dumb and storm blind, than to know that your mornings would never be mine. And I'd rather die young than to live without you. And I'd rather go hungry than to eat lonesome stew. And this once in a lifetime, and it won't come again. It's just here and it's gone on a magnolia wind. And I'd rather not walk through the garden again if I can't catch your scent on a magnolia wind. So if it ever comes time that it comes time to go, it says pack up your fiddle, it says pack up your bow. 'Cause if I can't dance with you, then I won't dance at all. I just sit this one out with my back to the wall. And I'd rather not hear pretty music again if I can't catch your fiddle on a magnolia wind. If I can't catch your scent on a magnolia wind. All right. Guy Clark. Let's see. Hey, Hayes, how about Wanted Man next week? Yeah. I assume you're talking about Johnny Cash, not Bon Jovi. But I might assume wrong. This just popped into my head.
Dead or
when you
Alive
assume
one.
it makes an ass out of you and me.
That's right. That's right.
Dead or Alive, yeah. Because I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted, dead or alive. You know
Dead
that. You know that
or
part.
alive.
You know that part.
That's Jeff Beck on guitar.
It's not.
Richie Sambora's on, like, they're both on guitar.
He's just for show. He's just standing.
Well, Jeff Beck does that crazy solo. With the big, it's, yeah.
Can you do the cowboy part? The descending.
I don't remember it. I can't hear it in my head.
Can you play Stairway to Heaven?
Yes, but I'm not going to.
Tesla, love song.
No.
Check this out. That's all I know. And I got half of it wrong. I know the first note. I know that.
That's amazing. That's two notes
I
more
used
than
to know.
I
I
knew.
used to know the first chunk of it, which is funny because I don't know anything on guitar. But I had my best friend in high school knew that song, and so he taught me. He taught me that.
What was the first song you ever learned?
The first song I ever learned was Camptown Races.
Okay.
Which that was just because it was in a guitar book, and that was like the coolest song in that guitar book, which says a lot about the guitar book. I think the first song probably Patience,
Okay.
because I learned C and G pretty early on, so I think it was said woman, take it slow, things will come out fine. All we need is just a little patience. And I got what it takes to make it. Won't fake it. Ooh, I'm gonna do something with it. That's pretty much.
Mine was China Grove by the Doobie Brothers because my guitar teacher for 2 lessons insisted that I learn it.
Show me a little bit of that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Yeah, I used to see
Whoa,
I used to
China
see them at the
Grove.
pavilion when I was in high school. They'd come through.
And then I learned Purple Haze.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. All right, let's play this. Sorry, that took us on a whole dog leg. Let's try this here. If I can. This is my first time to play it, so. All the way through, right? Same thing. A wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Texarkana, wanted man in Mexico. Hey, Brian. Let's see if I can remember it. I wanted man in Sacramento, I wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you may look tonight, you may see this wanted man. Wanted man by Lucy Watson, wanted man by Benny Brown, wanted man by Nellie Johnson, wanted man in this next town. Well, I've had all that I wanted of a lot of things I've had, and a lot more than I needed of some things that turned out bad. I wanted man in Sacramento, wanted man in Tennessee, wanted man in Oklahoma, wanted man in Cherokee. I wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you may look tonight, you may see this wanted man. Well, I went to sleep in Shreveport and woke up in Abilene, wondering why the hell I'm wanted in some town halfway between. So I went home to El Paso, stopped to get myself a map, went the wrong way into Juarez with Juanita on my lap. Wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Mexico, wanted man in Milwaukee, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Minneapolis, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see this wanted man. Wanted man in Milwaukee. All right. We started off with Bon Jovi, ended with Johnny Cash. That was a nice little segment. Let's see what else we got here. Josiah Whitley Music on Facebook says, your cover of Take Me Away is one of my favorite tunes in your catalog. It's a song that has meant a lot to me over the years. You kicked ass at City Winery last week, by the way. Thank you, sir. I think, sir, actually, Josiah, that sounds like a male name, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Probably. Yeah. Thank you, Josiah. I appreciate that. Yeah, we played a gig last week.
Amazing.
Played 2 gigs.
So
the
much
same
fun.
night. First one went well. They said, let's do another one. So we said, all right.
They didn't want us to stop.
They didn't want us to stop. We could have played a third.
Mm-hmm.
Could have just gone all night. Let's do this. This is a song by my friends John Evans and Adam Carroll. And it was the second cover song that I ever recorded. I recorded one on my first record, and this was the only cover on my second record, I believe. Let's see. Rain beating down on a midnight moon. Oh, baby, I'll be leaving soon. Take me away. The winds are howling like an old freight train. Oh, babe, these are the winds of change. Take me away, 'cause I've been sitting on the front porch watching the world go round. Through the eyes of a foe, they hit like a rock, my whole world tumbling down. Rain beating down on a midnight moon. Oh, Oh, baby, I'll be leaving soon. Take me away. And grass around your ankles in the field before the flood. You rough cut diamond in the Mississippi mud. Take me away. Well, I'm a two-time loser with my guitar and my gun. You're a mover and a shaker and a lover in the sun. Take me away. 'Cause I've been sitting on the front porch watching the world go round. Through the eyes of a foe, they hit like a rock, my whole world tumbling down. The rain beating down on a midnight moon. Oh, baby, I'll be leaving soon. Take me away. Take me away. All right. That brings back some memories. That that song, I owe that song a lot. Because not only did I get recorded on my record, but I ended up doing a duet with we had Allison Moore came in and sang on it back in 2004. And
Prelude.
Yeah, well, I was very intrigued. But I knew I needed to wait till the time was just right. So 15 years later, we got married. But that was our first time to sing together on that song. So, let's see. And I forgot to mention, with our postcards tonight, we've got the Andre Agassi and the Matthew McConaughey. You can take your pick of which one you want. And if you contribute $30 or more to the show, you pick up a postcard, you get a set list from the show, personalized and signed. You're going to get a lyric sheet to Jesus and Elvis. And you're going to get a sticker, which is, that's a lot. You're going to have a hard time even carrying that around, all that stuff. A portion of the proceeds go to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Tennessee, which is a wonderful organization that we've been working with a lot in the last year. A lot of people have needed, have struggled during this time, and I like to support organizations that help the people that are struggling. So that's a good one. And yeah, I think that's all I got. That's my pitch. Let's get back to the programming. Let's see. We had Magnolia Wind. We had let's see. What do we got? Hey Hayes. Let's see. This is Linda Maxfield Carr Wells. Hey Hayes, I first saw you at Chuck Berry's Blueberry Hill Duck Room. I was standing behind this very large drunk man Can you be more specific? Sorry, it's just a lot of my shows. When all of a sudden he started falling backward. I can visualize this. I quickly jumped out of his way and was relieved until I turned to see that he had fallen on my daughter.
Oh my God.
Marcia, can you please play Don't Let Me Fall as a memory of my first Hayes concert? I would be happy to. And then we have another request for it. Teresa Wharton says, your front porch ceiling really is turquoise. It's beautiful. I guess she saw a video of it. I don't know how well it works on evil spirits, but it's supposed to keep wasps from building nests on your porch too. How about Don't Let Me Fall? Well, I like that. Normally when people request Don't Let Me Fall, it's because they've had a really rough go of things. And so it's nice to have two kind of lighthearted requests for that.
Mm-hmm.
And well, as long as we're here in the Purple Building and we're talking about the Duck Room in St. Louis, it reminds me of a story that Todd told me. Todd Snider told me that about being backstage at this room, and Chuck Berry walks in, and Chuck Berry, if I'm not mistaken, is one of Todd's heroes, as he is for a lot of folks. And he comes in and he says, "Are you Todd Snider?" And Todd, you'll have to correct me, Brian, if I'm getting this wrong, but he says, "Are you Todd Snider?" And Todd gets very excited that Chuck Berry has walked into his dressing room and called him out by name. And he says, "Yes, I am." And he says, "Get your car out of my parking spot." Chuck Berry has a very specific spot. It's his club. He has a spot. It says Chuck Berry's parking spot. and Todd parked in it, apparently. And so he asked who had the audacity to park in his spot, and they said it's Todd Snider. And so that's how he got his name. So he went down there. "Are you Todd Snider?"
That's amazing.
Anyway, is that somewhat close to accurate? If we've heard.
Move his van.
Yeah. That's so great. That reminds me, I've told this anecdote before, but one night I was playing Green Hall. But two sold out nights at Green Hall, and I'm feeling really good about myself. The problem with Green Hall is there's actually no green room, ironically. It's the one club of that size that doesn't have a green room. And so I have to sit outside in the parking lot until it's showtime. And so I'm waiting out there, and finally I get on my car and I'm walking in, and the place is packed. You can hear it. It's like a quiet summer night, and it's beautiful, and the stars are out. But everybody's off the streets because they're all in my show, this rock and dance hall, and I'm just feeling really good. I'm about to walk in, and I know it's going to get crazy, and I'm just strutting in there. And this couple stops me, and they're very excited. And I think to myself, well, they probably couldn't get tickets, and they're out here, and they just, it's a big thrill for them to get to see me. And they go, oh, hey. And I'm like, just calm down. It's going to be okay. And they're like, can we get a photo? And I'm like, sure, but I mean, I've got very important things going on here. But yeah, I'm a man of the people, and so I get ready. I prepare myself for them to come take a selfie with me, and instead, what happens is they hand me their phone and go lean up against the wall of Green Hall, and it hits me that they have no idea who I think I am, and just want to take their photo in front of this historic dance hall, and so they hand me their phone. It was very humbling.
It's very good.
And, so anyway. Okay. I walked the highway since I can't remember. I cut my poor family right down to the bone. From the shadows of hell to the winds of December. Laid down with a stranger, woke up all alone. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now What I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. And God knows I tried to hold on to a feeling, a song or a memory to keep in my heart. And I ask forgiveness from those I've forsaken. Forgiveness don't come and it tears me apart. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now what I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. Don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. Killing this pain outside in the rain. One hand holds a bottle and one hand holds my shame. I don't know which comes first, I don't know which is worse. Riding behind or inside the hearse. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up again. Just hold me tight, 'cause right now what I need's a friend. I've come too far for this to be the end. So don't let me fall, 'cause I might. And don't let me fall, 'cause I might. And don't let me fall, 'cause I might not get up. All right. Thank you guys for that request. Let's see. As long as I got this guitar out, I had a request for. I got a gig from somebody, and then we're going to do some of these other covers here, if I can find. If I can find it. Look at all these pages. Look at all this. There's actually nothing. These are blank. I'm just trying to make myself feel important with my papers. Let's see. I understand this is probably not the most compelling entertainment, watching a man try and find something on a piece of paper, but it's just, I like to do these requests. Why is it so hard to find this? Maybe I imagined it. All right, let's play it. So Bill from Waxahachie says, Hayes, you've changed my life with your music and your spirit and your, now we'll just send this out to all the musicians and all the crew and all the actors and everybody that's in some kind of in the gig economy. Mm-hmm. I guess the gig economy means like people who are doing Uber and stuff. I guess that shut down for a while too, though. But like the DoorDash folks are still, they've been working pretty steadily. Mm-hmm. But for the musicians and actors, people that gather in theaters and clubs and stuff, it's been a tough go. So anyway, here's the gigs coming back. We're going down to Key West tomorrow to do a show down there. So that's pretty good. Things are starting to come back, and I'm grateful for it. So let's see. This song was written about a time when a pandemic would not have affected my shows because, all the venues, I never had more than like 5 people in the room. So we had the spacing and the occupancy issue down. And let's see here. Eight-line machine and a sailor's daughter. A song that makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. 14 walls, now there ain't much left. Looking like a homeless, cheers on meth. Homer's in the corner just breaking up a fight. Good Lord, I hope I get paid tonight. I got a gig, baby. Burnt fried chicken and a Lone Star beer. Cops and the kids, they drink free around here. Girl behind the bar just taking what she's giving. Lying about her past and trying to make a living. A broke pool table and some hard luck cues. Go tell your mama I done paid my dues. Everyone around here knows my name. 6 nights a week in the neon flame. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. Now there's an old line tamer parked behind the bar with 100 pounds of weed in a stolen car. Oil patch boys and girls who went to college. Rules you don't break and laws that ain't acknowledged. The barefoot shrimper with a pistol up his sleeve. Some will go to heaven and some will never leave. Pills in the tip jar, blood on the strings. Oh Lord, I never thought I'd see these things. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. Machine and a sailor's daughter. Something that makes them crazy growing up on the water. Playing for my supper 6 nights a week. Hurricanes, Easter, and New Year's Eve. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. I got a gig, baby. I got a gig. 51 of them so far, but right here at the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee tonight with Adam Landry. I'm Carll, episode 51 of Alone Together Tuesdays, and all request episode. We started doing that the last, the last show of last year. I opened it up to requests, and that just seemed like a fun thing to do. So I've been doing that for a minute now, and let's see. Speaking of a minute now, we've been at this now. Okay. there's a couple lines in that song. There's one about the broke pool table. The foundation of this bar was a little uneven, and so the pool table was like, it wasn't even close. And it's also a beach bar, and it's open air. So the cues were primarily there for weapon purposes, not more so than pool playing. Like if a brawl broke out, you could grab one of those. So they were pretty banged up, and the ball, like if you just set the ball down, it would just, everything would roll. So it was a very, you got used to it after a while, but it was a very different game of pool than you would normally play. A lot of maneuvers and angles involved that are not in a traditional game. And I've got that line about pills in the tip jar, blood on the strings. And yeah, people used to tip me in drugs occasionally, auto parts, fishing tackle, stuff like that. People show their appreciation in different ways, and I appreciated all of them. But I don't know what I used to do, but you might have an answer to this. But two things used to happen. Every night I would break the G string on my guitar. Every night. I probably went through 200 G strings. And the rest of my strings, for the most part, held together. So, and this is on different guitars. It wasn't just, they were all cheap, like Sigmas or not great guitars, but it was some weird thing about the way I hit it, I guess. And then also, I was playing 4-hour shows, and I was probably drinking a bit, and I also didn't have my guitar playing down, I guess. But I would cut my finger every night, and my guitar would be just covered in blood from the spatter, because I'm going like, I would cut it, and then I would just go like this. So I'm just slinging it all. It's like a Jackson Pollock all over the stage. And anyway, Doctor, you concur?
I've had the same experience. Yeah, for sure. It horrified the person and the people in the front row.
Yeah,
when it happened.
Yeah, well, that's because in between songs you were you're going like that.
Yeah, that's right. But it sounds like it happened to you very regularly.
Yeah.
It's happening to me once.
You would think like a callus would build up or something, but
right.
No. Anyway, okay. Let's see what else we got. We're gonna do Poncho and Lefty. We have a request from Matthew Reed. He said, that pursuit of freedom Poncho made hits home to me. A 20-something chasing my dreams. I always wondered what the road could turn a good man into, as it did an idealist like Poncho. Perhaps a musician could speak to that for potential idealists like myself. Well, damn, Matthew, that was well put. Man, I encourage you to chase your dreams. That's the only advice I have. I don't know, if you're in a situation where you can do that, go for it, man. Because I guess the one thing I have thought about as time went on was I didn't expect this to work for myself. I never thought I'd still, I didn't think I'd make a living at this, and let alone be a huge star. But nothing, no smirks, nothing. Okay. I can tell everybody's tuned out on me. But I just didn't want to live with the regret of not knowing, what was there. If I tried it and failed, I could live with that. I didn't want to live with not trying. So anyway, I encourage you to chase your dreams, keep your ideals, and that makes the world a better place. Idealists, I think. So, all right, let's play your request here. This is a song by the great Townes Van Zandt. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. And now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. You want your mama's only boy, but a favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sank into your dreams. And Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. But Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words, but that's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell and left his living in a cheap motel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends were told. And Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long out of kindness, I suppose. A few gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long out of kindness, I suppose. That's a pretty good song.
Damn good.
My wife, Allison, I kind of joke like that all the time, and sometimes she thinks I'm serious. The other day, we were listening to Linda Ronstadt, and she's singing something. I'm like, she's an above-average singer, and Allison looks at me, she's like, she's one of the greatest singers of all time. I was like, I know, baby. It was okay. My humor's missing the mark as usual. Anyway, yeah, pretty good. It's a pretty good song. Above average song, I would say.
Decent song.
Yeah. I've heard better, but let's see. Speaking of good songwriters, let's do. I had somebody. I'm probably not gonna be able to find them, but they requested a Bob Dylan song, and they just told me to pick my favorite one. So I'm gonna do one that I never hear ever. It's on, maybe because he never put it on a record, but it's on a bootleg album. But I love it. It's just so cool. It's one of everything I love about it. Just feels like this great country song. Wallflower, wallflower, won't you dance with me? I'm sad and lonely too. Wallflower, wallflower, won't you dance with me? I'm falling in love with you. Just like you, I'm wondering what I'm doing here. Just like you, I'm wondering what's going on. Wallflower, wallflower, won't you dance with me? The night will soon be gone. Seen you standing in the smoky haze, and I know that you're gonna be mine one of these days. My love, wallflower, wallflower, take a chance on me. Please let me ride you home. Please let me ride you home. I think he only says that once at the end, but I felt the need to tag it just because I forgot the lyric is literally, please let me ride you home. I don't know. You know, how innocent or naughty you want to make that. Anyway, okay, we're moving right along here. We still got quite a few requests, but we are, I think, on the back half of this thing. Let's see. Tim Hansen says, Hayes, I'd like to hear I Don't Want to Grow Up, seeing as my last two girlfriends said I think I'm Peter Pan. Good one, Tim. Joel Carter says, your cover of I Don't Want to Grow Up is inspired. If you have another Wait song you'd like to play, ... So, all right, Tim and Joel, let's, I don't have another Wait song that I would like to play. I'm just going to play this one. I need to learn some more Wait songs, though. I need to learn more of a lot of people's songs. Let's see here. Yeah, when I'm lying in my bed at night, I don't want to grow up. And nothing ever seems to turn out right, and I don't want to grow up. How do you move in a world of fog that's always changing things? It makes me wish that I could be a dog. Well, when I see the price you pay, I don't want to grow up. Nah, I don't ever want to be that way, and I don't want to grow up. Seem like folks turn into things that they'd never want. The only thing to live for is today. I'm I'm gonna put a hole in my TV set, and I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, I'm gonna open up the medicine chest, and I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna have to shout it out. I don't want my hair to fall out. I don't wanna be filled with doubt. I don't wanna be a good Boy Scout. I don't wanna have to learn to count. I don't wanna have the biggest amount. I don't wanna grow up. When I see my parents fight, I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, they all go out drinking all night, and I don't wanna grow up. I'd rather stay here in my room, nothing out there but sad and gloom. I don't wanna live in a big old tomb on Grand Street. When I see the 5 o'clock news, I don't wanna grow up. Yeah, they comb their hair and they shine their shoes, and I don't wanna grow up. I'd rather stick around the old hometown. I don't wanna put no money down. I don't wanna give me a big old loan, work them fingers to the bone. I don't wanna learn to float a broom, fall in love, get married and boom. How the hell I get here so soon? I don't wanna grow up. No. All right. Oh, here's a good one. Little Robert O'Keefe. I just booked a gig with Robert O'Keefe. I can't remember when. It'd be nice if I could plug it right now, but I think it's sometime in May. Do you remember?
May 14th, I think.
No, that's Nutty Brown, I think. Maybe it's June. I don't know. If you go on my website or his website, it'll tell you. But Whataburger, two of my favorite things, Whataburger and Robert O'Keefe are combining with me. I'm in the middle. I'm like the hamburger and the buns are the...
June 26th.
June 26th. Thank you, sir. Look at that. All right, June 26th. We're not really close. It's so weird. I'm so out of practice. I'm gonna pack a suitcase tonight, and I'm just like, I don't know, what am I supposed to put in it? Like, I used to have this down to a science, you know. Yeah, forgive me. I'll get back in the groove at some point. But yeah, Robert O'Keefe down in Irving, Texas, at the Toyota Theater or something, amphitheater. I don't know. Actually, I'm just again talking without thinking. But it's a 5,000 seat amphitheater. It's a small little festival with Robert O'Keefe and myself and some other great artists who you can find on the website. So let's do this one here. Mark Bailey Randolph says, I would love to hear Feeling Good Again by Robert O'Keefe. My friends and I had a great moment during one of his shows. A guy came up to our dates, and my buddy Tyson told him, good times that-a-way. Sean Wilson then realized this Feeling Good Again was playing and threw his arms over both Tyson and my shoulders. We were in a happy place. Thanks, Mark, from New Braunfels. All right, I'm not sure I followed the whole story there, but I think at the end, the result is clear, which is that y'all had a great time at a Robert O'Keefe concert, and that, yes, I can totally relate to that. Let's see if I can remember. It's GED. Let's see. It may take me a minute. I've never played this, actually. it B minor?
A minor.
Huh?
B minor.
Oh. And then where's it go? Sorry, give us 1 second. We're going to have a rehearsal. Just entertain yourselves. Hold on. I wrote these chords down. G, B minor, emo. It's emo. All right. Standing out on Main Street across from Mr. Blues in my faded leather jacket and my weathered broken shoes. A chill north wind was blowing, but the spring was coming in as I wondered to myself just how long I'd been gone. So I strolled across old Main Street, walked down a flight of stairs, stepped into the hall and saw that all my friends were there. And a neon sign was flashing, saying, welcome, come on in. Feel so good, feeling good again. My favorite band was playing an Otis Redding song, and when they sang the chorus, everybody sang along. Dan and Margarita, they were swaying side by side. I'd heard they were divorcing, but I guess they let it slide. And I wish I had some money with which to buy around. I wish I'd cast my paycheck before I came to town. But I reached into my pocket, found 320s and a 10. Feels so good, feeling good again. Oh, there was old man Perkins sitting on his stool, watching Butch and Jimmy John talking loud and playing pool. And the boys from Silver City, they were standing by the fire, singing like they thought they were the Tabernacle Choir. And I wanted you to see them all, I wish that you were there. And I looked across the room and saw you standing on the stair. And when I caught you, I saw you break into a grin. Feels so good, feeling good again. Yeah, I wanted you to see them all, I wish that you were there. And I looked across the room and saw you standing on a stair. And when I caught you, I saw you break into a grin. Feels so good, feeling good again. Yeah, it feels so good, feeling good again. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, June 26th. If you want to hear that and more, come check us out. Get a Whataburger, buy yourselves a ticket. All right, let's see. Stephen Rich says, long way home. Not sure you've played it. It's a great song, and my birthday is on the 28th. So come on, man. Boy, way to guilt me, Stephen. Thank you. And then Lynn Curtis says, hi, Hayes, can we request Long Way Home? We saw you in York, England when you toured with Buddy Miller. What a great show that was. We've also seen you in Nottingham several times. Always a great night out, so thank you very much, Barry and Lynn Curtis. Wow, that's cool. The first time I ever went to the UK on tour was opening for Buddy Miller. It was really cool. We did about 20 shows, I don't know. It was a long time ago. But I remember I severely overpacked. I had this giant suitcase. It was my first time to go on tour in Europe. And they have all the fire doors. Those I don't even know what that... It doesn't make sense to me, but like in a hotel in America, you you get in the elevator, and the only door you have to go in is the sliding door when you walk into the hotel, like most Holiday Inn Expresses or whatever, and then your hotel room. But in England, like every 20 foot, they put a door, usually with a stair accompanying it. So it's like having a guitar, and these hallways are like this, and the bedrooms are like that. And so when you're lugging a guitar and a 100-pound suitcase, yes, it's a really heavy suitcase, it's just a nightmare.
Well,
but
you carried all your gold in it.
Yes, my gold. Don't tour without gold. Some people American Express.
Gold bullion.
Me, gold. You can always do something with gold. Credit card.
I literally talked to somebody that I hadn't seen in a while, and I said, "What have you been doing during the pandemic?" And he
Gold.
literally said, "I've been buying a lot of gold."
Well, it's probably smart.
People hoarding gold.
Probably smart. There are worse things you could hoard.
Yes, much.
Green beans. Green beans would be a bad thing to hoard.
Yeah.
Gold.
Mung beans.
I hoard corn. That's why I went to green
Hoard.
beans. I wanted to save that for a second. Well, I don't hoard it, but like when the pandemic started, I went to the store like a lot of people and I stocked up because we had no idea what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I bought a bunch of corn. And it turns out Allison doesn't like corn. And so she's giving me crap about this corn that's in our basement. I'm like, baby, I'm not making you eat it. It's just there in an emergency.
Yeah, that's
we have a
right.
can opener and we have 107 cans of corn. And you'll thank me should we ever need to go down in the basement and be trapped without power or food or help for a long time.
And you will learn to like corn.
You're going to love that corn. All right.
I expect corn the next time we come over for dinner.
You're not going to get it unless you go down to the basement with a can opener, and I'll hook you up. We'll have a little getaway. We'll sneak down there. All right. Rambling boy, you've been around Dallas to the underground, high above and down below, the places I was scared to go. You sang it loud in case they heard, hanging on to every word, and gentle as a lullaby, with firecrackers in your eyes. And I would give anything for one more night to run, for one last song to sing. You weren't asking much at all, just catch you when you fall on your own, the long way home. What's that sadness in your smile? Have you been crying all the while? And could you lean upon my shoulder? I guess you die or just get older. So what are we supposed to do? Just walking around forever blue, and all this hurry up and wait. Was it chance? Was it fate? And I would give anything for one more night to run, for one last song to sing. You weren't asking much at all, just catch you when you fall on your own, the long way home. You weren't asking much at all, just catch you when you fall on your own, Okay, let's see. That's that. I think we're done with this page. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry. I got... Toby Afron says, I'd like to request Another Like You. It's just a fun song I'd like to hear. I like that. It's like, I don't need to tell you some long story or get deep on it. It's just fun, and I want to hear it. I agree. Toby, thank you for the request. Looking forward to seeing you sing it live at Mile Zero Fest in Key West. I'm not going to sing it at Mile Zero Fest, but I will sing it right here. So hopefully that will work out for everybody. Okay, let's see. This is complicated because this is a duet with my friend Carrie Ann Hurst, who I just talked to, but she's not here. She's not here, clearly. Oh, well, she was going to be at Mile Zero, but she's not, actually. I don't know if I'm breaking news. I'm not supposed to or not, but they're not going to be able to make it because of this whole COVID thing. So I'm going to perform this. I'm going to perform both parts. And it gets a little tricky. So let me figure this out. When I'm the guy, I'm going to look over here. When I'm the girl, I'm going to look over here at you guys. And then when they sing together, I'm just going to look right into the camera, and it's just a free-for-all. So have fun with that. And this idea is about the great political divide in America these days. It seems like nobody can agree on anything, and people are very polarized. And I actually wrote this a long time ago, not a long time ago, but like 10 years ago, when I thought things were bad politically, and now that seems like a quaint time. And anyway, but the idea is, I believe at the end of the day that there's more we have in common than what separates us, and I wish we could focus on that more. I think we'd all live happier lives and get a lot more done. And I believe also that there's nothing that we can't overcome, and there's no difference that we can't overcome with a little bit of physical attraction and a lot of alcohol. That's my platform, Buda City Council, 2024. Check it out. So anyway, guy, girl, party time. Here we go. You were smoking on a cigarette, talking about the deficit of putting all them wild boys down. Like a drunken Mona Lisa or the leaning Tower of Pisa, you were hanging off the edge of town. Well, I overheard Afghanistan is safer than a minivan, left me wondering what I should do. You're like a four-leaf clover, I just had to come on over. I have never seen a woman like you. You were falling like the Alamo, drinking fast and talking slow, looking like it's time to go home. Well, you're hitting on that stripper 'cause you can't afford to tip her, or just afraid of being alone. You was openly frustrated. You said Dylan's overrated while you were singing Tangled Up in Blue. I don't know what I was thinking, I could feel my heart a-sinking. I have never seen a fella like you. Ain't that the way we do? It's true, we fall for the first one. Oh, how come it always ends up the worst one? Oh, well, a couple hours later, we were in the elevator. That's not right. I think I fast-forwarded it. Hold on, I want to say. Well, we could just get to the good stuff. Hell, a couple hours later, we were in the elevator. I'm making out like Bonnie and Clyde. Busy from the love we found, throwing up and going down. Lord, it's been a hell of a ride. Well, I'm having trouble breathing, I probably should be leaving. You know I'm up in room 402. Oh, well, I gotta hand it to you, there's a chance I'm gonna screw you. Whoa, I've never seen another like you. I I don't know if it's forever, but along together Tuesday family, I'm so glad that we're all here together at the Purple Building in East Nashville, Tennessee. 'Cause I've never seen another like you. I think I missed an entire verse, but
Yes.
But since I was doing both parts, I think it balances out. I sang the same amount that I would have sang
Right.
if I'd had Carrie Ann to sing it with. All right. Thank you for the request, and let's see. Okay, now we're done with that page. All right, we're on the home stretch here. I want to find that request. We had this kind of amazing request for a Hank Williams song. Here it is. This is from Myrtie LePayne. I'm not sure if I pronounced this right. It's Myrtie LePayne. She's requested the song Lost Highway, written by my daddy, Leon Payne, in 1938, while waiting for a bus in California to take him to Texas to his dying mom. He was just a lad, nearly 22. How cool is that?
That is amazing.
This woman's father
Amazing.
wrote Lost Highway. Isn't that cool?
That's cooler than cool.
Let's see. I just need to find the lyric here if I can. Anyway. I went on to. No, I don't see anything. I ended up signing with a record label called Lost Highway, inspired by that song.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What key was I going to do this in? D, I think?
Yeah.
I'm a rolling stone, all alone and lost, for a life of sin. I've paid the cost. When I pass by, all the people say, just another guy on the lost highway. Just a deck of cards and a jug of wine, and a woman's lies makes a life like mine. On the day we met, I went astray. I started rolling down that lost highway. I was just a lad, nearly 22, neither good nor bad, just a kid like you. And now I'm lost, too late to pray. Lord, I take the cost on the lost highway. Boys, don't start to rambling round on this road of sin you're bound, soul-bound. Take my advice, oh, you'll curse the day you started rolling down this lost highway. He started rolling down that lost highway. Well, I wish I could have done it more justice, but thank you for the request. That's very sweet. Murdy, I think that's how you pronounce your name. That's so cool. That just makes my week.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really, I mean, of all the songs, I've had some songwriters, family members, wives, children request stuff before, but not like songs like that.
That is iconic.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm just going to run through this one more time. Everybody, thank you for joining us here. It's been a blast. I see one more song we can do. And I'm sorry we're not able to get to all these, but I really appreciate you putting the requests in. If I didn't get to it this week, I apologize. But thanks again. One more time for Adam Landry here.
Thanks, everyone.
And I want to thank all the folks here at the Purple Building. It really, I'm just very grateful, at how kind and generous they have been to me here, and how professional they've been as well. And it's just, it's really a nice surprise. I go through life a lot of times going, I wish people would be kind and nice and professional, and then I find these guys, and they've got it in spades. So congrats to you guys on the big release on the Todd Snider record this week. I'm sure it's going to do great. And let's see here. All right, and my dog has slept through the entire show. Look at that. She's getting used to it, I think. She's just came and plopped out. Usually it takes her half hour to get settled in, but tonight you can't see her, but she's at my feet, just zonked out.
Zoned
All right.
out.
Let's see. I just saw the request. Oh, here we go. Susie Pie says, please play one of my favorite Hey songs, It's a Shame. Susie, we will do that. Everybody, thanks again for tuning in. And wish us luck down in Key West. We don't get sucked away by what happens. What kind of dangerous things are in Key West? Actually, I'm going to answer my own question. I went one time when I was a teenager, and we went snorkeling, and there was like sharks and barracudas everywhere. And the waves were pretty bad, and so, I mean, we were going up and down. So I felt even more out of control than I normally would have, being in an ocean with sharks and barracudas. But the guide said, you don't have to worry about anything. There hasn't been a barracuda attack in like 90 years. Like, it just doesn't happen. And so I said, okay, that made me feel better. The week I was in Key West, 2 barracuda attacks. And they were both the same thing. They were fishermen. And the barracuda jumped on the boat chasing a fish, like they had hooked a fish, and the barracuda are chasing the fish, and they reel it in, and they come flying
Out of the water. Yeah.
out of the
'Cause
water,
they're super fast.
and just did horrible. Like, these people got really messed up. So the barracuda comes through the sky,
flying barracuda.
flying barracuda, and just like straight onto their head with these razor teeth, and just messed them up. So anyway. So I'm not going to get too close to the water, because that was 25 years ago. It's like Halley's Comet, barracuda. Every certain number of years, they start jumping on people.
Crazy.
All
Maine
right.
had its first great white attack in almost 200 years.
You had a great white attack in Maine?
Literally in Maine. Yep, this summer. I'm not joke. That's not a joke. That's not a punchline.
No.
The woman who died, it killed her. She was the founder and CEO of one of those big nautical fashion brands, and she was at her summer home swimming with her daughter, and a friggin' giant great white. They believe it to be off of its normal feeding patterns because of not because of global warming, but because of all of the clearer air from COVID caused a bunch of migratory pattern changes from the first 4 months of quarantine when there were no flights in the air and stuff. It put nature in places that it normally wasn't.
We saved the best for last year.
That's right. I'm sorry. That was such a tangent.
No, I was just laughing.
someone-
I've got a story about barracudas. You got a story about great whites. Like, what show did we just? If you're just turning in, they're like,
It's Shark
This is
Week."
like a really weird and not very well informed National Geographic kind of podcast or something. Like, who are these guys and why do they have guitars? They're talking about fish. and
Exactly.
sharks.
Hey, listen, guitar player. No one wants to hear about your half-baked opinions.
And another thing. Let me tell you.
That's too good.
Well, here, let's do. That reminds me of this here. Let's. I saw 3 shrimp in the water. 2 were old and gray. As I got a little bit closer, I heard the 3rd one say, "Goodbye, Mama Shrimp. Papa, take my hand. Here comes the shrimp boat for to take me to Louisiana." He showed his mama and papa a shrimp newspaper he'd read, with an advertisement which to all the young shrimp said, "Free ride to New Orleans, stay in Grand Hotel, meet Creole girls to help you to come out of your shell." His poor mama and papa, they ain't heard from him yet. The last time they saw his smiling face was when he jumped into the net. So goodbye, Mama Shrimp. Papa, take my hand, shake my hand. Here comes the shrimper for to take me to Louisiana. Here comes the shrimper for to take me to Louisiana.
That's so good. Who is that?
I've heard Towns Van Zandt sing. I don't know who wrote it though. Yeah.
Temper Bennett.
Temper Bennett? His name Temper? Temper? That's so cool. Tepper.
Temper.
That's kind of cool too. Temper would be an awesome first name though for somebody.
Great name.
Will someone do that for me? Name your child
Temper.
Temper. Oh, that would be so awesome. Okay. All right, so we got barracudas, we got great whites, and we got shrimps. I think that's enough for now. Welcome. Thank you for joining this episode of Two Guys Talking About Seafood.
Two guys talking about violent fish attacks.
That would probably be successful. If you replaced us with people who knew what they were talking about and were funny and interesting, I think that I would listen to that show. I wouldn't listen to us talking about it. But we've at least laid the groundwork. This is the prototype for somebody. Somebody at home, take it and run with it. Just give us a 5%. The time has come, there is no second chance. We've been drifting on an empty aching sea. You were the girl I never knew I wanted. I was a boy you hoped you'd never see. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stand. Been burning up the hours, talking to the midnight, just dreaming ways I could hold you next to me. And maybe it's just wasn't meant, all things have a reason. And maybe our hearts are just too careless and free. But it's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stand. There was a time when you would have had me. There was a time when I could have had you. But it's too late and another path has come and gone again. I'm at the back door with a broken window view thinking, it's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia. I'm begging for answers, trying to make a stand. I'm tired of writing, but I can't put down my pen. It's too late and now talk will turn back. So just hold on, 'cause baby, here we go again, heading the wrong way down that one-way track. It's a shame we ain't lovers. We could have been something so big and grand, just kissing for hours underneath that sweet magnolia, begging for answers, trying to make a stand, trying to make a stand. Adam Landry, Winnie, all the crew here at the Purple Building. I'm Hayes Carll. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sending in your requests. It means the world to me, and I hope you had a good time. We'll be back next week for our 52nd episode, wrapping up 1 year's worth of Alone Together Tuesdays. Thank you for sticking with us and hanging out. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Adios.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was mistaken, my dear. There was never any reason to be cruel to you. Your heart is breaking, I fear, and I wish there was some little thing that I could do. I know perhaps it seems to you as if I didn't care, and I hate it's me who showed you that the world ain't always fair. Can't take it back and make it better, and no words will explain the choices that I made along the way. Stood by through all kinds of weather. And with my new clarity, I can see you deserved so much better. I was selfish and certain that the world would understand, and I never realized what it means to be a man. So I left you with excuses and a debt I can't repay for the choices that I made along the way.